I might have discovered the best way you can make your hay in rainy season. Now, if you're in Ghana, you might know that we are in the rainy season and it will be difficult for you to make a hay for your rabbit. But I have figured out a way you can make this hay for your rabbits. Very exclusive one, and I hope you really enjoy watching this video. So let's get right into it. Hello guys, welcome back to Sadiq's Rabbitry. My name is Sadiq, a young and passionate rabbit farmer here in Ghana. Yeah, the name is still Sadiq, it still remains as Sadiq. And today I'm going to be showing you guys how I was able to make hay for my rabbits during the raining season. Some of you might think that it's impossible, but I was able to make it and I'm going to share it with you. If you are new to the channel, do well to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button if you really enjoyed watching this video. Now let me know in the comment section what is the first step you need when making hay for your rabbit. I'm going to be talking about mine, but do not take one as an example. Just give me yours in the comment section. Okay, so the first thing you need before you can make hay for your rabbit is that you should have your grasses ready, right? Which means you should go out there, go get the grasses, or either you can use a piece of land to grow your grasses, or even you can buy it from others, right? Whichever way you want to do it, the first thing is you should get your grasses ready. Secondly is to have a good place to process these grasses. Now in terms of processing, don't think that it might take weeks before your grass will be ready as hay. Now with hay, it's very easy to make, so it doesn't necessarily mean that you waste much time doing it, right? So if you get your grass, the process is you get a good place to dry these grasses. And some of you guys might think that, okay, if I want to turn green grass to dried ones, then I will have to dry it under the sun. But that's not the case. That's not how we make hay. If you want to make a good hay for your animals, then it means that you should be able to dry it under a shed where it doesn't have any form of sunlight which will turn down the leaf to deep brown, right? That's not what we want as hay. If we take a grass as hay, then it means that it's still green but it's very dry. In this way, there's still more nutrients in the grasses than the ones that are more dried. In a case where you see a farmer using a very dried grass, which I mean grasses that have already turned brown, is when the rabbits are about to give birth, right? That's when the farmer will start using the very dried ones. But with the ones that are still green but dried, that's the ones we use as hay. 5 years ago when I started rabbit farming, I also decided that I want to start giving my rabbits hay, but I didn't know how to make it, right? So I'll just get the grasses, come and then put it on a zinc. When it dries, then I'll feed it to my animals. And I realized that it wasn't doing any good for the animals because they weren't getting anything from it. Then I decided to learn from others, and by doing so, I've watched several YouTube videos on how to make hay, and also from other farmers as well. So now I've been able to learn that, okay, if you want to make the hay, you have to get it under a shed before it can dry for you to use. But in a case where we have rainy season, especially here in Ghana, how can we make hay? Okay, now the technique I used is very easy, a special one, right? So if you guys would remember, when I restarted it again, I had small cages that I was using, 2-in-1 cages that I was using. So that cage is now reserved. I'm not using it. These are my cages now. So with the ones that I'm not using, that's what I'm using to make my hay. And I'll just go over there and then show you guys what I'm talking about. Now what you see on your screen is how I was able to make this hay during the rainy season. As you can see, I got roofing sheets on the cages, right, before I place the grasses inside. Okay, now before I place the grasses inside the cages, I did not put anything inside, right? Like I placed it directly on the wire mesh, then I left it there. Now the reason for this being so is that air will be able to circulate inside the cages, which will make the grasses dry much faster, but without the help of sunlight. Okay, now as you can see, the grasses have turned green but not brown. Okay, that's the difference. And with the green ones, it means that there's still more nutrients in the grasses which I could give to my rabbits, and then it can be beneficial to them. Now you might be asking, why is it necessary to be giving your rabbits grasses all of the time or hay? Okay, now one, you do know that rabbits' immune system are very sensitive, right? So giving them one particular feed for a very long time can cause diarrhea. Okay, now the reason why I do add this hay in their diet once in a while is that I do want them to, be healthy and also produce good droppings. Okay, what I mean by good dropping is that now if a rabbit encounters diarrhea, the droppings is different, right? So it will turn liquid instead. Okay, but with the healthy one, it will be dry and then in a circular form. So if you come closer, you will see that over here we have the droppings of the rabbit, right? They have been on the hay quite some time. Okay, so there will be a difference in the droppings. Okay, with a rabbit that is encountering diarrhea, the droppings won't be like this, won't be just dry like this. You can see with this one, they are healthy and then they are dried. Okay, so this means that there is no problem with these rabbits, and I can definitely be giving them the dried grasses once in a while. Now the question is, how can you feed this to your animals? Okay, now there are two ways you can be feeding these dried grasses to your animal. The first one is just giving it to them raw. Once the grass is dry, you can just pick it and then just feed it to them. The second way is by adding it to their feed. So with adding it to their feed, then it means that you are going to cut these grasses into much smaller pieces and then you mix it with the feed. Now if you are a farmer who formulates his or her own feed, then it means that once you have all the ingredients set, then you have a quantity of these grasses added to the feed. So you might ask, what is the quantity I'm supposed to use? Okay, so in terms of 25 kg, you could use at least 5 kg of this dried grass, add it to it, and then just be feeding it to your rabbit. But do make sure that it's well dried before adding it to the feed, or else your feed can just spoil very easily, right? Because when the liquid is inside the grass, it will just mix up with the dried feed, and then worms will start forming inside the feed, and then your feed will be just gone, right? So make sure that the grass is very dry before adding it. So with this method I have shown you guys, you can now be making hay for your rabbits. Even if you are in the rainy season, just get a good place with a shelter and then you can make these dry grasses for your rabbits. I hope you've really enjoyed watching the video. This is a very short one, and most of you guys will be able to watch it very quickly and then learn something from it. If you are new to the channel, do well to hit the subscribe button, smash the like button if you really enjoyed watching the video, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.